This is a Security Weekly production. Black Hills Information Security, the leaders in penetration testing and active defense. Email consulting@blackhillsinfosec.com to request a quote today. This episode of Hack Naked TV is brought to you by IT Pro TV. With IT Pro TV, you gain access to the most important tools needed to prepare for your IT certification. IT Pro TV has thousands of hours of up-to-date, high-quality video content. Course topics include CCNP, CompTIA Advanced Security Practitioner, Ethical Hacking, Virtualization, Cryptography, SSH, Microsoft Server 2016, and more. You can stream their courses live and on demand to your Chromecast, Roku, Amazon Fire TV, Apple TV, PC, or mobile device. They have one low monthly subscription price, and you can cancel at any time. Corporate pricing is available, and clients include Harvard, MIT, UCSD, Stanford, and more. Check out itpro.tv/hacknaked to upgrade your brain with the most popular IT certifications. Use the code HACKNAKED30 for a free 7-day trial and save 30% off for life.
Welcome to another episode of Hack Naked TV, recorded today, April 21st, 2016. I'm your host, Aaron Lyons, and today I'm going to be covering the recent sentencing of some malicious insiders, the creators of the SpyEye botnets, and recent vulnerabilities in QuickTime for Windows. I am on location in Bigelow Brewing, drinking their jailbreak chocolate chili scout. It is excellent. So, malicious insiders. So, you might have been following the story about Matthew Keys. He was working for Routers when he shared his login credentials for his former employer, the Tribute company, with Anonymous. He allegedly supplied his credentials for the Tribute company and encouraged them to go fuck some shit up. Someone then used his credentials to deface the website of the Los Angeles Times, which was owned by the Tribute company. UK authorities identified the alleged hacker who did the defacement as Sharpie, who was a 35-year-old living in Scotland. They shared this information with FBI all the way back in 2013. The UK has yet to pursue any charges against the hacker. And Keys was just sentenced to 2 years in jail for providing his credentials to his former employer, to Anonymous. Originally, the damages stated to be at about $250,000. I'm sorry about that. $250,000. But at the trial, the defendant was only able to present findings for about $13,000 in damages. Another malicious insider was also just sentenced this past year to 9 years in prison and a $1.7 million fine. So 4 months after this former IT worker left the Dallas law firm that he was working with, he issued commands that caused significant damage to the network, including deleting or disabling hundreds of user accounts, desktop and laptop accounts, and user email accounts. I see there's a little bit of a theme here where employers are not disabling accounts of employees once they've left the company. I can't stress enough that having control over your user accounts and having a clear-cut exit procedure that when an employee leaves your company, you disable their accounts immediately. If you're laying someone off, disable their account before you lay them off. You need to have, if you're running a business, you need to have a procedure in place for when an employee leaves the company, or if you're letting an employee go, on how you're going to deal with their user accounts, their electronic accounts, the systems that they have access to, and how you're going to disable those. You do not want some former employee who has a axe to grind to come back and mess up your business. You're not, even if you go and take them to court and get them, pursue criminal charges, you're not going to recover from that. I mean, yeah, this last guy was fined $1.7 million. What's the likelihood of a person ever paying back $1.7 million to a company? Next to zero. Anyways, going on to other sentencing for hackers this week, the SpyEye botnet, which was the successor to Zeus, which allowed the botnet operators to gather credit card details and other financial data from infected systems. It also allowed them to use that information that they gathered to generate bogus sales at online stores that were controlled by those operators. This botnet was shut down by Microsoft all the way back in 2012. And just this past week, the creators were just sentenced in Georgia. That's the state in the U.S., not the country. One of the two creators received a 9.5-year sentence, while his partner got a whopping 15 years. That's right, 15 years for creating botnet software. Would not want to be that guy. Hey, at least it wasn't the guy that was last year sentenced to friggin' 7 years in a Russian penal colony, right? Anyways, they're allegedly responsible for $100 million in losses. Also, just this past week, Trend Micro identified 2 vulnerabilities in QuickTime for Windows that will never be patched. Windows is no longer supporting QuickTime for Windows. They're not issuing any more patches. They're not issuing any more updates. That software is dead. There's no current active exploits for this vulnerability, but it's public now, so it's only a matter of time. The only solution to protect yourself at this point is uninstall QuickTime. Even the US CERT is recommending to uninstall this software. So if you're still out there running QuickTime for Windows, you need to go and remove it. It's no longer supported by Apple. There's active vulnerabilities in it that are not going to be patched. Move on. Go check out VLC or some other video encoding software out there. That's it for this episode of Hack Naked TV. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. You can always send us feedback at the show at hacknaked.tv. We'd love to hear from you. We'll talk to you next time.